President Donald Trump tweeted Wednesday evening that his administration would begin studying the murder and expropriation of white farmers in South Africa. As Breitbart News reported earlier this week, the South African government had begun seizing the first white-owned farms under a new policy that rejects the principle of willing buyer, willing seller in favor of expropriation without compensation. The goal is to accelerate land reform, which has proceeded at a slow pace since the end of apartheid in 1994. I have asked Secretary of State Sek Pompeo to closely study the South Africa land and farm seizures and expropriations and the large-scale killing of farmers, Trump tweeted. He added, South African government is now seizing land from where the State Department had provided a statement to Fox News. We are aware of these reports, and have been following this issue very closely for some time. South Africa is a strong democracy with resilient institutions, including a free press and an independent judiciary. South Africans are grappling with the difficult issue of land reform through an open process, including public hearings, broad-based consultations, and active civil society engagement. President Cyril Ramaphosa has pledged that the land reform process will follow the rule of law, and its implementation will not adversely affect economic growth, agricultural production, or food security. Newly installed South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, a former businessman, was seen as a reformer who would dissuade the ruling African National Congress, ANC party from emulating the catastrophic land reform policies of Zimbabwe to the north. Rhoda Cataly, a former member of South Africa's Human Rights Commission under the late President Nelson Mandela, told Breitbart News, the ANC has destroyed every state institution in South Africa, including mining and manufacturing, and now it goes for the sector that creates the most jobs for the poor as well as ensure food security. Land expropriation without compensation is creating wealth by stealth for the elite. Even the ANC's land restitution program has failed by its own admission.